everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Folu and this is Get Candid with Folu, where we talk about everyday life issues. I bring in my personal opinion and that of any invited guests on the show. On today's episode, I have one of my favorite girls, Damilola, here with us to share some of her experiences. I mean, we're going to be talking about dating and dating struggles after the age of 35, challenges that come with that in the Nigerian dating scene and just overall.
Specifically Lagos.
There you go. So, hi Damilola, you're welcome.
Hi. We should probably say how we know each other. How do we know each other?
We've known each other since 1995 because we went to the same secondary school. So from GSS 1, we've known each other since then. And, obviously there were times where we went our separate ways, but it brought us back together again. So
Yes.
we've known each other for...
We were roommates in what, SS2?
Yes, we were roommates in SS2. And that actually brought us much closer, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. And we lived in Ibadan together. So,
we've been through some things.
We have been through a few things. Yes. It's such an honor. It's such a privilege, and I'm so grateful to have you here and to be able to actually interview you and talk to you about this. I mean, honestly, for me, I have a couple of friends that are not yet married that are over 35, close to my age, and I've heard a lot of things, a lot of horror stories, and I just wanted to be able to interview you. So I'll tell you what, if I ask you a question that's a little too much, just be like, I plead the fifth on that one. Okay. Just plead the fifth.
Fair.
So because I know that sometimes it can also be a little bit emotional. It can be a lot because, it can be a lot. So I don't want to be insensitive to your situation. Okay?
Nothing insensitive.
Awesome. So I have some questions kind of set up. I have some questions outlined, but I would want us to kind of freestyle and just talk about it, okay? Yes. So the first question I'm going to ask, are you single? Are you dating? Are you in a situationship?
No.
What's your status right now?
No situationships. Mm-hmm. I am single, though I have a friend who says I am not in the... I have not put myself in the dating pool because it's, like I said, it's dire. So I guess I'm single. I should be dating actively, but I'm not.
Do you feel like you're under any kind of pressure, given, I'm not going to mention your age, but obviously you're a millennial and you're well over 35. Mm-hmm. So, but do you feel like there's some pressure on you? You've lived in the US, you've lived in Nigeria. Do you feel like there's a different kind of pressure in Nigeria than you think you would have had here? Or do you think that, what would you say about that?
Well, so given the context of an older, I guess, woman living in Nigeria, mm-hmm. It's a patriarchal society, obviously. So there's a little bit of, so the way I like to describe it is in Nigeria, men are, I guess I would say the most important. They are top of the food chain. Married women are next. And then single women are at the bottom of the food chain. So even little things as, for instance, I could be out with my friend, and just for the mere fact that she's a Mrs., she would be given more respect, or what's the word? Accordance? Regard than I would. So there's that. But apart from, and then there's also, if you're looking for work or if you're looking for a place to live, unfortunately, it's not illegal to ask questions like, oh, are you married? I could be I just want a place to live. I want a roof over my head. And the potential landlord will be asking me if I have a husband or, it doesn't relate to single girls, things like that. But other than that, no pressure for... Again, it could just be me. Maybe I'll just let the pressure roll off my back, But no, I don't feel any pressure. The only thing I would say I do feel pressure is I want to do Love in Tokyo. That's the only thing.
What do you mean by that?
It means that I want to, I don't know how to explain it. I want to do Love in Tokyo.
What's Love in Tokyo? You want to go to Tokyo? Like, what's Love in Tokyo? I truly don't understand what you mean.
I want to, okay, I guess that would be PDA. I just want to splash my love all over the world. That's it. That's it. So I just feel like it could, yes, I want to do that. That's all.
You want to be able to put on your status? Like,
no, not necessarily that. I just like, you know, I tell my friends that I've waited so long. So by the time I am in a healthy, loving relationship, they will be sick of me. That is what I mean by I want to do Love in Tokyo. They will literally be, people will tell me to get enough. Out. Yes. And it would never be enough.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the only thing I want to do. Yes.
All right. Well, I hope that happens for you pretty soon.
Sooner rather than later.
Okay, so you're ready now, right? So do you feel like you're ready? Like you're ready for the person now, right now?
Yes, actually more ready than I believe that I was actually at 33 or 32, to be honest. I feel like at 20, maybe from like mid-20s to like my mid-30s, I was in such a space where I think I had just finished grad school. I had moved back to Nigeria. So I was just like, I felt like I was in between.
Okay.
You know, so I didn't know what I was doing with myself.
Got it.
I mean, it works out for some people that, you know, they're able to merge with somebody at that time, but I don't think I was my best self at that time.
Okay.
I feel like now, like I know what makes me tick. I know how to self-regulate, for lack of a better word. I'm a little more self-aware. I know basically how to behave. But yeah, I feel like I am ready to merge with someone.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and I think that actually is very important because, you know, I think we live in a society where once you're done with school, your first degree, actually, that's the next thing your parents are talking to you about. You need to get married without necessarily knowing if you have actually discovered yourself and if you know what really does make you tick. So I think that makes a lot of sense because, of course, I knew you when you were in your early 30s too, and I knew that, I mean, I'm actually surprised, honestly, to have you say that you're actually ready, like you want to get married, because Damilola would have been one of my friends that I would be like, she really doesn't care to. She's just a different breed, really different. I'm telling you, we have some stories of some things that she would say, and I'll be like, what? Yeah, she's just a different breed. So it's interesting to me right now that you say that, and it's actually eye-opening for me. So I'm actually glad to hear it, really. Okay, awesome. So tell me about the dating scene, because, you know, now we know like the foundation and how you feel, but the dating scene right now, tell me.
So for context, I live in Lagos, Nigeria. I've lived there for, at a stretch, I think it's now been about 8 years, and the most available single men in Lagos are already married. Let's start with that. They're already married, and it's just, and then think of the imbalance of living in Lagos. You know, or living in Nigeria. There's a lot of poverty. Right, so there is already an imbalance between men and women because, you know, it's people approach the romantic relationship as an exchange. You know, the men just feel like, okay, well, if I have money to spend, then you must be giving me something in return. Exactly, it's transactional. That's the word. It's already transactional to begin with. So you would be hearing that's why you would hear stupid conversations on Twitter such that, you know, people are like, oh, how much is too much to spend on a date? Like, why am I having those kind of dumbass conversations? You know, like, just, you know, people are discussing, oh, you know, if I'm taking you out, let me give you an example. One of my colleagues was talking about the last time he went on a date, and he said that the person he had asked, I think the girl said that he should send her money for an outfit, for her makeup, for transport. Now, you would think that maybe it's for lack of a better way to describe it, maybe the caliber of people that he's messing with. But you would be surprised as to how it's not just women that are thinking like that, but men are thinking like that. So you'll be talking to somebody and, somebody would just assume that, well, I took you out. What's next? We had dinner. Or, they just, it's just things like that. So sometimes when you're approaching some of these things, it feels, as far as I'm concerned, or for me, it already feels like, I don't want to say defeat, but it's dire. It's dire. So but that's on the one hand. Then the other hand is the case of the very available single men. Now, maybe because I'm a little older, right? So a lot of my friends are, maybe they've been married for 6, 7, 8, 9 years, right? So there's the case of the husbands, or what typically happens, during Japa wave over the last 10, 9, 8, 7 years, the family is living abroad, either, in Europe or in America. And so the husband is hustling in Nigeria to cater for his family that lives abroad. So it is very possible that you would meet a nice looking, and they don't wear wedding rings. You'd go out, you'd just be having a nice conversation, and after the fact, you would find out that Lanre or Shiun actually has 2 kids. He's been married for 10 years. His wife and his kids live in the UK. But as in, Lanre didn't mention that. He didn't say anything about that. It's just so there's a lot of that. There is a lot of that. It's just, and of course it's Nigeria. There's a lot of rich people that just have money to spend, and so they just want to spend, and as many people as will take their money in exchange for a sexual relationship. So it's just, it's a lot of imbalance. But as you can tell, I'm not currently dating. I should, but it's just, it feels like a lot to just sift through. Right. I've decided to just sit it out.
But if you sit it out and you're ready.
I know. I don't know. I keep making this joke that I fully expect Jesus to ring the doorbell and be like, here's your husband. I know it won't happen like that. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But like, I honestly, I don't know. Because I'm not going to do the dating apps again. I've done the dating apps.
And I want to hear about that.
So, I think Tinder started when I was in grad school or college, right? And I remember when it started, it was here, while we were here, it was known that it was for sexual relationships.
Oh.
Yeah, so when Tinder started, I think Grindr came shortly after. Like, it was clear that that's what it was for. And I remember moving back to Nigeria, and people were like, oh, they're meeting people off of Tinder. I remember thinking, well, it's for sex. Anyway, I did try it out, and I think I went on a couple of dates with a couple of people, and man, I was catfished so many times. Okay, not so many times, but yeah, I was catfished quite a couple of times. You start talking on the app, and then you move to WhatsApp, and then you're like,
is this the person?
Nobody begins. Something is not gelling. Or I think what I didn't like about the apps is that it felt like a posturing. It felt like I had to put on a big smile and be like, yay, this is me, like me, oh my God, what do you like? Tell me what you like, I like what you like. And I just,
just too much.
Yeah, like it was just, sounds like, God damn it, I can't. Like the posture was just too much. And then I tried Bumble, did go on a couple of good dates from that. But then I guess when you start to actually get to know people, and then you meet the real people, and then you see, okay, then some of their colors start to come out. Like, for example, I went on a very good date with this guy. He was like 3 or 4 years younger than I was. It was very good, and then we made plans for the next date, and he literally dropped off the face of the earth till tomorrow. I don't. I mean, I know he's not dead. Technically, he's dead to me, but like, you know, like he literally dropped off the face of the earth. Because I have a friend of mine is a friend of his. I know, like,
right.
But like, it was literally, he was inside himself. But yeah, he was having I don't know what I say. He was overwhelmed with work, and so it's just like, so you meet people and they're like, okay, so as old as you are, you don't know how to regulate your emotions. You don't know how to communicate. Like, it's just, you know. I met somebody else. I went on another date with another guy, and it was good until. So I guess it's not all bad.
Okay.
It's not all bad. It's just, you know, when you. I would say I've met a couple of good people off of the app, but yeah, I guess it's in the meeting of the people, getting to know. You know, then you start to discover, okay, this person doesn't know how to communicate. Okay, this person chews with his mouth open. Okay, this person, you know, their family dynamics is a little. Maybe I don't really want to get into that. You know, so I mean, I would say it hasn't been all bad. I would not do it again. I'm not doing the apps again.
Oh.
I'm not doing the apps again. It's just, I can't do the posturing. It feels like posturing.
Okay. So you don't want to do the apps again. I get that. Mm-hmm. You said your friend said that, or you feel like you're ready?
Yes.
I know you joked about Jesus coming to ring the doorbell, but
yes. How
do you think?
I don't, honestly. Well, that's why I have friends now, as far as, so.
But here's the thing with the friends, right? You just said most of your friends have been married 8, 9, 10 years. So that means most of their husbands
yes,
have friends that are married.
Yes.
So, like, how easy, if you don't put yourself out there.
Tell me how to put myself out there.
I mean, so unfortunately,
there has to be other ways.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have never used a dating app. So, and I thank God for that. Or let me say, fortunately, I didn't get, you know, because I'm not against date. And there are people that are married from dating apps. There's some Christian dating apps, though. I've seen some of those on Instagram.
Okay, great. Now, I tend to stay away from quote unquote
religious.
labeled.
Okay. How about Leg in Miami?